Did you know that Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves, John Lennon, Jay Leno, and Alexander Graham Bell were all dyslexic? This goes to prove that people with dyslexia can lead a normal life despite their condition. Meet my husband Julius. He was diagnosed with dyslexia when he was in elementary school, and it hasn't stopped him from playing high school football, being a math nerd, and the sole provider of our little family. What is dyslexia? Dyslexia is the most common learning disability in children and adults, which persists throughout life. The severity of dyslexia can be mild to severe. The sooner dyslexia is treated, the more favorable the outcome. However, it is never too late for people with dyslexia to learn to improve their language skills. Dyslexia can go undetected in the early grades of schooling. Children can become frustrated by the difficulty in learning to read. People with dyslexia are normal just like you and me. They should not be considered lazy, lack of intelligence, or vision impaired. They simply have a neurological disorder that disables and slows the brain's ability to process information correctly. For example, this is how we see the word laugh. But with people who have dyslexia, this is how they see the word laugh. There are 3 types of dyslexia: primary, secondary, and trauma. Primary dyslexia is the most common type of dyslexia. It is a dysfunction of rather than the damage to the left side of the brain and does not change with age. There is the variability and the severity of the disability for individuals with this type of dyslexia, and most who receive an appropriate educational intervention will be academically successful throughout their lives. Unfortunately, there are others who continue to struggle significantly with reading, writing, and spelling throughout their adult lives. Primary dyslexia is passed through genes or through new genetic mutation and is found more often in boys than in girls. Secondary or developmental dyslexia. This type of dyslexia is caused by problems with brain development during the early stages of fetal development. Developmental dyslexia diminishes as the child matures. It is also more common in boys. Trauma dyslexia. This type of dyslexia usually occurs after some form of brain trauma or injury to the area of the brain that controls reading and writing. It is rarely seen in today's school-age population. Signs and symptoms of dyslexia: delayed early language development, problems recognizing differences between similar sounds or segmenting words, slow learning of new vocabulary words, difficulty copying from a board or a book, difficulty with learning reading, writing, and spelling skills. A child may not be able to remember content even if it involves a favorite video or storybook. And difficulty with left and right is common. Often dominance for either hand has not been established. Auditory problems in dyslexia encompasses a variety of functions. Commonly, a child may have difficulty remembering or understanding what he hears. Recalling sequences of things or more than one command at a time can be difficult. Parts of words or parts of whole sentences may be missed and words can come out sounding funny. The wrong word or similar word may be used instead. Children struggling with this problem may know what they want to say but have trouble finding the actual words to express their thoughts. As you can see, the causes of this disorder are usually not something anyone can prevent. This being said, it is well known that even with treatments, people are often stuck with dyslexia. It is pretty likely that we will encounter a co-worker, a friend, or even have a child with dyslexia someday. With so many children being diagnosed with dyslexia and numerous adults discovering that they have had the disorder all their lives, it is a good skill to have both in the work world and even in our own household sphere, to be able to recognize the symptoms and provide support. Having my husband with this disorder, I can tell you that reading Looking up all this information has been helpful to me to understand him in ways better than before.